one here is about, who is most definitely the best out of Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron. I haven't not yet given my perspective on the debate and everything, but today is the day that I will. It might be some things that I miss when I have this discussion. Forgive me. It might be some things that I'm right at. It might be some things that I'm wrong at. But like I said, feel free to leave a comment down below and give your opinions. All right, so um when it comes to those three greatest players, right there for sure, is some differences and some things to be separated from that conversation. When it comes to the winning mentality, the ability to go out there and perform at your best every night to help your team to win. Even though, along with the key players, the other star players, the other role players there who are contributing to helping the team win, especially in key games like the playoffs when it matters the most. When it comes to the ability to go out and win, the motivation every night and shit, I gotta give that to Michael and Kobe. I gotta give it to them because especially during the finals, they might not have more finals appearance than LeBron as of right now, but if you combine Michael's my finals wins to Kobe's final wins, and add together, the record is 11-2, and the two losses were Kobe when they faced Detroit in the finals and losing against Boston on their first meetup in 2008. Those are the only two losses that I count with them. Those two wins right there fused together is the same amount of wins that Bill Russell got when he got those 11 wins. Now everybody hasn't been talking about Bill Russell that much as they have been, discussing Michael Jordan and Kobe. There were a lot of great players before them. Bill Russell, Wilt, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Jerry West, Magic, James Worthy, all them, Moses Malone. Moses Malone. I'm sorry. Okay, I was about to say Moses Brown for a minute. Like, hold up, nah, man. I had to catch myself. You know what I'm saying? I had to catch myself. Moses Malone. Hey man, it's a lot of Oscar Robertson. There's a lot of great players around time where Bill Russell, was playing. Bill Russell is the only player there who got 11 or who got over 5+ rings. But like I said, you fuse Kobe's final record with Jordan's, they both together are 11. But just like the NBA right now, anything can happen in the postseason. Anything can come out different. In the 90s, what if Charles Barkley had beat Jordan? What if Patrick Ewing had beat Jordan in the final? What if Reggie Miller had beat Jordan in the conference finals to get to the finals? What if Utah had a better defensive plan to lock up Jordan good enough to a point where he wouldn't have to hit the most iconic shot to put them 1 point over Utah to secure the sixth championship? What if things were a little bit different? But when you are that much of a great player as Jordan is and everything, it's something that you already embrace. The pressure is embraced. You are used to that kind of pressure. We all when he first had a problem getting to the finals and everything. The struggles, the fights that he had to endure against Detroit Pistons. That drive every day to come out and win when it matters the most. What player do you know right now that retire for 2 seasons and come back and win 3 fucking straight right after? And so ain't LeBron. It definitely ain't Kobe either, even though that the similarities is there between them both, which is the drive to go out and win every day. What player do you know who retires for 2 fucking seasons and come back and win three more straight. I want to know who. No, cause yeah, and y'all know the answer to that, Michael Jordan. But when it comes to me, I am an honest LeBron fan, a LeBron James fan. When I say honest LeBron fan, that means that I don't do all that glaze and shit. Not overlooking the fact, not looking at the fact that it's a lot of bullshit that he did that is wrong. There's a lot of accountability he has not taken, especially since joining the Lakers, especially after their first championship with AD and everything. There's a lot of accountability he has not been taking. I'm gonna be real enough to point it out even before joining the Lakers. You know, all that glaze and shit. That's for people who is so heavily on the idolatry shit. I don't idolize no player. I can respect a player without idolizing them. Same way go with Michael. Same way go with Kobe. Magic. Kareem and them. Say Gidget, Alexander, Giannis, Devin Booker, whoever. Any player that I respect the talent that they show out on the court, but it doesn't mean that I idolize. I idolize them like that. Even though they got this little TikTok trend thing, this B2K ass on team making that all that stupid ass shit. And nigga don't even know y'all not like that. To be glazing him like that. He don't know y'all aunties, your uncles, your baby mamas, baby dads, your aunties, nephews, cousins. But anyways, man, like I said, if you fuse Michael's final records with Kobe final records together, both of them is at 11. Even though they haven't been to no more than 7 finals. They have the winning record. Their winning record is way better than the record that LeBron got of all the goddamn finals appearances that he made. There is no motherfucking way that a player of his caliber can get that much opportunity, can get that much chances to reach the fucking finals and only to come up with fucking 4 wins. 4 out of 10. Now let's look back at it. Going back to his first finals against San Antonio Spurs. They might take one game, they weren't gonna beat them. That was not gonna be against the Detroit Pistons. That was the star of him, man. Being that dog for sure. Or how he beat the Pistons. Now the Pistons, they were the greatest team before Ben Wise decided to go give himself a trade, going to Chicago and everything. They still had the pieces there, but it just they got to conference finals for about 2 or 3 more straight out there. But when they came across LeBron, LeBron was on a different level against them niggas, man. Yeah, he was on a different level against them. But in 2007 against San Antonio, they were not gonna beat their ass. Looking back at it. Looking back at it, they weren't gonna beat them. Okay, 2009, it could have been Kobe and Bryant in the finals, but the White House said no, fuck that. He saw LeBron in 5 games in that series. But now, switching up to the decision in 2010 when he announced that he wanted to join the Miami Heat alongside Dwayne Wade, who has already, mind you, already secured his first ring in Miami. But after that time, they had problems, getting back to the promised land for sure. But now with the addition of LeBron and Bosh, it's definitely going to go somewhere. It was definitely getting somewhere, despite it's out, that not 5, not 6, not 7, but joining the Miami Heat, then getting to the conference finals. I mean the NBA finals and everything in 2011. What happened? He fucking failed. Like bad. He choked bad. And everybody should know that shit. He literally choked bad. Like really, really bad. Against or some about to be old ass niggas. And the only nigga that is the oldest out everybody on that Maverick team was Jason Kidd because he was 38, approaching 40. Dirk Nowitzki was 33. Sean Merrill was 33. Jason Terry was in his 30s as well. Like, don't keep players right there. And y'all tell me that y'all can't beat these niggas. Y'all was up, keep in mind, 2-1 against these motherfuckers. 2-1 against their ass. And what happened? They decided to walk back to the locker room. God don't want to mark Dirk for getting sick in that food. That's probably what sparked Dirk to beat their ass. That's probably the reason. That's probably the reason why they beat him. But I feel like that the more of the blame should go on LeBron because there's no reason for you to hype up, being the big three like that just for you to fall short in your first finals appearance with a new fucking team. That was the turning point of Pat Riley was going to separate all that bullshit and send LeBron ass packing to Cleveland or probably in Toronto somewhere, Canada. I don't care. Pat Riley had told them that they don't fucking get that shit together. They done. So that's when after Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals in 2012, he had scored 4. This still one of his best games in NBA history. I put that as number 1 in the top 5 of his greatest games. 2013 he won that one in a close run against San Antonio. Thank Ray Allen for that. 2014, he pretty much was being passive against young Kawhi Leonard. Mind you, that was his 3rd fucking year. Everybody else on the team, the big three, and Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili was getting old, but they were still able to hold their own against them with Kawhi leading the way. And plus, he had won, I think, finals. Yeah, he had won Finals MVP for that excellent, great performance that he put on against, one of the best teams in the East. 2015, well, the first year going back to Cleveland, he lost because Kevin Love and Kyrie, what had got hurt and shit. The finals was uneven a bit, but he was still able to win 2 games out of the 6 that he fought against Golden State. 2016 he won. 2017, mainly because of KD joining the Warriors around that time. They want to fucking cheat. I feel like that beef could have been a balanced win, lose between them if KD didn't join. I feel like they didn't need KD at that time at all. They did not need him at that time. But they was able to pull it off either way. But I still don't count that loss. 2018 was when he quit. It's safe to say for me that he quit. Main reason why because J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith was the sole reason why they didn't possibly get a ring or the fight against Golden State wasn't as even as expected. Because how in the fuck can you get 51 points and next thing you know, one of your sorriest fucking players decide to bullshit like that? But at the end of the day, that was only game 1. That was only game 1 of the finals. It is not over until it is 4. It's not over until it's 4. It doesn't mean to fucking quit. And I feel like that he quit. Yes, he did quit. Because what player do you know got them go to a conference after press conference after getting swept with a whole fucking hand cast and say all because that he punched the wall of being frustrated with J.R. Smith for that bullshit ass play that he did that cost them the series. Now, the whole 2018 playoffs, man, that man was on a motherfucking road. Now, I would not be mad if they would have lost against Boston in 6 or 7. But they still held on because of LeBron. He was the main reason why. Kevin Love was a secondary star player. He had all-star appearance that they reserve spot. But at the same time, like, bro, you saw it with a hand cast in press conference, bro. But in game 3, you were still able to drop 33 points. I don't know, 33 or 31, it don't matter. He was still able to put 30 plus points in game three. But for some reason, the team still quit it around that time. You were still able to put a good number, but it's just that the fact that you quit it, you actually quit it. Just because that one fuck up was made does not mean for you to just and just say fuck it. I give up. It's not over until the thing says four. It's not over until it's four. It's that simple. Now, when Kobe and Michael, get has been going to the finals and everything, they fought their fucking hardest to in every fucking day. Doesn't matter if it went to seven, doesn't matter if it went to 4, 5, or 6. It doesn't even matter. They fought the best they could. They fought hard. That's what separates, them two from Jordan or from LeBron. Because like Stephen A said, he does not have the killer mentality to win. Okay, yes, he got the 40,000 points last season. What happened? He still fucking lost to the same team that he choked against in the conference finals. That loss was on him. Everybody was still say that AD also really Will Hachimura and D'Angelo Russell didn't do their part. But they didn't look at the main reason why that they haven't been winning no games because of Braun. And we got no full court. This nigga can't even. This nigga just somebody get the ball and just choke the shit away. I don't know if it's because that he it can't go in or it's because that his ego is so up on the dial that since he passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he just decided to say fuck it. Ever since he beat Jordan, even when he beat Jordan, he still lost to the same team that has been giving him problems right now, the Denver fucking Nuggets. Now he passed Kobe Bryant the next season. What happened? He lost that. He passed Karl Malone, and for second, what happened? He lost against the trash ass Wizards. Now he gets the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar playing against OKC, who was on the rise at that time. What the fuck happened? He choked their way. He choked their way. I feel like that loss was fully on him because after the second half, he scored 4 points and decided to say fuck it. I got what I want. It's whether or not team wins or loses. I did my part. I come as one of the best things in the world. I don't give a fuck about whether the team loses or not. 2020 was 2020. What about now? There's no reason to be on one of the most popular franchises in NBA history and still can't put more banners on that court or they're on the stands like that. 2020 was then. The in-season tournament was not shit. That don't count as a fucking championship win. What happens more is the postseason. What matters more is the postseason. What about now? Because popularity is pretty much the reason why they are still irrelevant. But sometimes you gotta understand the grass is not all that fucking green just because there are one man that making the franchise more popular. What about now? What is going to be happening in the postseason that's going to lead them to winning another championship? Now with the addition of another great star player approaching his prime, Luka Doncic, I'm hoping that they get far. But, like I said, anything can happen. It's not over until it says 4. That's why I'm still saying that, Michael and Kobe might not be the same person, but the mindset is the same when it comes to winning games when it matters the most. And that's all the time that I have for this episode right here. This has been Bust on the Weekend here. Man, if you really love the episode so far, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share the word. And hey, if you are new, the same thing applies to you as well. If you are enjoying the content and everything, follow me on Instagram, mbuster98, for more updates about the podcast and everything, and stay tuned for more episodes in the future. Like I always say, Let's do it again. And don't mind me for not wearing my hoodie all the way. Fuck it. Let's do it again. Peace.